G'day guys and girls, welcome back to 2021. Wow, what a year 2020 was, and I think a few of us are glad it's over. Fortunately, it's now February. I'm a little bit slow in catching up on the world, but unfortunately it doesn't look like too much has changed, but hopefully there's going to be a bit of an improve for everyone on the way. What I'd like to just quickly talk about today is, after what had happened in 2020, everyone had a crazy year. We had so many cancellations of races and lockdowns and people suffering all over the world, and it wasn't a great old time. Personally, like everybody, I had my own unique experiences with 2020 that ranged from moving towns to my far better half changing jobs and being away for most of the year and being unable to see her, races being cancelled, I was injured, and through all that, for me, a lot of lost motivation, as I'm sure everybody has suffered, or a lot of people have suffered. No, I'm fairly goal driven. I felt like I had no purpose, so training was sporadic with no real intent behind it. But on the flip side, I did go out and do a lot of enjoyable things as well. I would wake up in the morning and just try and get moving, whether it was surfing or swimming or riding or running or mountain biking, which also led me to a few new experiences, which was great. Took on some enduro mountain bike racing and some longer mountain bike racing, which was great fun, something I would probably have never have done. So hopefully you all got out there and tried something new, or reassessed your current situation and looked for new goals, or changed your priorities in life, or whatever it was that you needed to do. On the back of that, I guess, I looked at 2021, and there's still a few things going on in the background of my personal life where we've got to get through. We've got to move house again and change cities and towns and bits and pieces, and hopefully that's coming up soon and we can settle into a bit more of a routine. But I did sort of sit down and go, what do I want to do? What do I want to achieve this year, or going forward from whatever day it was we sat down on that? And I sort of came to this conclusion that I just wanted some challenges and some adventures. So we started the year with an attempt at riding the rail trails from Caloundra up to Gympie, across to Kilkivan, and down to Ipswich through the South Burnett Valley Rail Trail, and then across the missing link, and then down the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail. Unfortunately, a snap lockdown that appeared out of nowhere mid-ride cut that one a little bit short. We made it to a little town called Moore in southeast Queensland, and we had to do a very hard left turn to get home to avoid being in the lockdown area. So that was a bit disappointing, but it did show that what I think I'm personally looking for is some adventure, not just swim, bike, run, or not just run, or whatever it is, to achieve some different things, I guess. And out of that, I found actually riding on the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail, I found a little race that I sort of got excited about, because it's, honestly, for me, it's pretty scary. I've never done anything like that before. It's very different. And I think it's going to challenge me physically and mentally. What is this, you ask? Well, it's called the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail End to End by 2. It's a 324 kilometre gravel/mountain bike race that's in August. And you start at Esk, which is in the middle of the Brisbane Valley Rail Trail, you ride down to Walkaraka, Ipswich, back to Esk, and then you continue on up to Yarraman, which is at the northern end of the rail trail, and then back to Esk. And the goal is to do that under 24 hours, which I think is an average of about 14 kilometres an hour that you need to complete that in. The real challenging part of that for me is that you start at 7 p.m, which means a whole night of riding. Fortunately, it's not on roads, it's closed, except for where you've got to cross some sections of road. It's a gravelly / mountain bike path or trail, should I say. And I thought, wow, that looks like a fantastic idea. I know a couple of you out there are cringing at the thought of being on a bike for 20 to 24 hours, which I am a little bit too, but hey, that's all part of the challenge. So out of that, what I wanted to try and do, and I'm not going to guarantee it's going to work every day or every week, but is share what I'm going to do for the next 8 months or 7 months now, preparing to get through this race or to get through this event. From a fitness point of view, I'm not in a great shape, in great state to sort of tackle that now. So I'd like to share what I'm going to do along that journey of fitness, and also what I'm going to do with equipment and nutrition and bits and pieces as well. I've just purchased a new bike, which is a road endurance bike, which also allows me to put gravel tyres on it. So do I want to use that, or do I want to use my mountain bike for it? Both have got pros and cons, and I don't know which one to use. So across the months, as we get closer to the more specific training, we'll have to make that decision and which way we want to go. At this stage, I'm leaning towards my mountain bike, but is it going to be too slow or too hard? We don't know. We're going to test a few of those things out. I'm going to go and look at lights and hydration and nutrition. I'll speak to the guys at Infinite to help me manage my liquid nutrition. I'm going to mix that up with some solid foods just because of the duration. And I do get sick of sweet things after a while. So all those things, it's going to be new and unique to me for big, long, day-long racing. And I'm really looking forward to the challenge. But I guess this is just a quick clip to say, hey, look, this is what I'm going to do. This is what I'd like to share or propose on sharing. And I'll try and put something up that's useful or functional, even if it's just a short clip about telling you what I've done, or maybe dive into something more in depth around the bike or the nutrition or the whatever it is along the way. I guess the basics of it is, for me, is get the training correct. The proposed is do a bit of a block of less specific training, get that fitness up to a stage where I'm comfortable riding a couple of 100 kilometres at a aerobic sort of effort, and then push it through to some more specific stuff. We know that the course has a single climb that's probably going to take about an hour, maybe longer, to get up on the gravel. It's not steep, but it's long. So I'm going to have to prepare for that. I'm going to be doing that, I'm guessing, after 12 or 13 hours of riding. So, there's some unique challenges there. I'd really love you to join me on the journey and what I share with you. So, look, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there. It'd be great. You'll get a notification, hopefully, if you want, of when I've dropped the video. Just hit like on this video. It'll be fantastic. And along the way, please ask any questions. Drop them into the comments below any of the videos. I'll do my best to answer them. Can't guarantee that it'll be an intelligent answer, but it will be an answer nonetheless. So, as I mentioned, really like you to join in or share this little bit of a challenge with me, and along the way, we'll hopefully we'll all learn a few things and come out of it with some new experiences and some new learnings, and long term, hopefully be better for it. So, thanks again for joining along and tagging along with the journey. I'll also take, as I mentioned, any questions, drop them down there, but any tips or tricks, I'm open to anything when it comes to ideas. So we'll see how this goes. It's gonna be a unique year. Hopefully less unique than last year, that's for sure. Get out there, look after yourself, stay safe, train hard. Talk soon.